What's up guys, back with a new video with the engine build. In this video I will build my engine from the ground up, so let's get started. Just got all of the intake valves cleaned, they look pretty fresh again. And yeah, I have to do the exhaust valves. Valves are all clean. Okay, just got the old seals out. Just get them with these pliers and yeah, pull them out. So now let's lap the seals. They were not leaking before I checked, so I will use some kind of finishing paste, not really hard, so they don't wear down the valves as much, because it's not needed. Okay, so I use some oil on the valve and use this paste where it seals, and now I can just put it in and turn it and do for all of them. So I got a good method. I just hooked it into the drill. This one sticks to it. Yeah, now I can just stick it on, and so yeah, I have to do it with all of them. And yeah, got the head back from the shop, looking amazing, clean as it needs to be. I also took down 0.20 millimeters to up the compression a little bit, because these Weissach pistons are pretty low compression, like 8.5 to 1. So now it will be like 8.8, 8.9 to 1. That's a little bit better, but not too much for a boosted engine. Here's the other side. They cleaned it out really well, so I'm happy about this. I can install the new seals, valve seals, and then install the valves and the new harder springs. Here there's two types. The one with the 180 is the exhaust one, and the 170 is the intake side. These are all air ring valve stem seals. So let's install them. And you should just feel them click into place. Here you can see how I drop them in, and it goes onto it like that. And then with the 10mm socket I just press it on. You can feel it when it goes into place. I am currently still waiting on the valve springs, so till then I will do my coolant reroute. That arrived faster, so I will mount it up. It's easier than on the car, that's for sure. So here is my reroute kit from Skid Nation. So here at the front of the head I will need this block of plate, and it has a threaded hole, so I can install back the stock two. There are two coolant hoses, which one goes to the throttle body and one goes to the, I don't even know where, but yeah, I can install them back with this one. So yeah, got the OEM stud out from here because it will be replaced with two longer bolts. Got this part installed as well, with the thermostat being in this part, not back here, because you will need circulation here before the thermostat opens, and at the sensor as well. So yeah, you can see there the thermostat. Okay, so I'm currently checking valve clearances on the exhaust side. I don't have the springs in yet, just put the buckets in with the shims, and I am putting the exhaust in, tapping it a little bit so it sits, holding it with the hand how much I can from the other side, and measuring the clearance, because the buckets sit on the top of the valve, so when the springs will be in, the specs will be the same. So yeah, it's a little bit easier now. If the clearance is too tight, I can take out the valve and just grind off the top a little bit. It's not the best, but for small changes it definitely works. So far the first one were good. These two was a little tight, so I grinded off from the top of them. These ones are also good, so let's see these ones. Little bit of oil on the end and just here clean it so it will be clean. So press it in. With this one I will tap it, and with the hammer only small taps. Then just hold it with one hand, and here you need to rotate this a little, and when holding it just check the clearance here. It should be on the exhaust side between 0.30 and 0.40 millimeters. Just receive my valve springs from DC Racing. Here are the retainers. Here are the springs. Here it is compared to the old one. It's a lot like thicker. I think it's a little bit. It's kind of the same, but it's thicker. So yeah, it will be nice. It fits in there perfectly. So let's try to install this one. Well, I don't know if it's installed correctly. It just seems a little like weird, like it doesn't enter fully. I don't know how it should sit, but for me that looks weird. I have to double check. So I did some research, and that is not good. That's not supposed to be like that. As you can see, it's a smaller hole. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but I have to put back the original springs because I can't I will have to send this back, maybe get some later, but I have long shipping times here in Romania, so yeah, I will use the original ones. It is what it is, but I will have the motor running much sooner, so let's put them in. The original springs go in with this part down, where it's like here is more like compressed, so it goes in like this. I just compress the spring with this like homemade ring compressor and drop the spring, and you can drop the little holders. This side is all in. I'm just using this screwdriver and a lot of grease as temporary glue and just fitting it in, but it's really hard. So let's do this side. Okay, everything is in place. So now let's check for leaks, if the valves leak. Here I put this hose neck so I can use a T and I can supply the water hoses here at the front. Here I'm already installing back the cams. I got this one torqued down. Here I got on this one oil on the threads and underneath the bolt head. And yeah, let's tighten it up and torque this down as well. That is all done as well. You have to set it at 14 Newton meters roughly. So yeah, head is torqued down. So, or the cams, sorry, the cams are torqued down. Okay, so got a few got a few things ready. Got the block done. Got the pistons assembled with the rods, and I'm currently doing some oil lines. I did this T for the stock and the aftermarket oil pressure sensor. This will come from the block, so it won't so this won't be hanging off of here and will break eventually. I've used a line to extend it, go into this one, and from here to the turbo. I will have to do this oil line next from this with this AN fittings. It's AN4. So yeah, after that I will have to gap the rings and put it on the pistons. Oil line to the turbo is done. I did my best there to push all this back in here, so I won't have to use like this. Here it's not visible, so I did it the easier way. But yeah, it's still not the prettiest, but it's okay. Okay, so I pressed in the top ring with the piston, and now let's measure. Okay, so on the top rings I would like about 0.50 millimeters, and that is perfect. I had to file it down, but yeah, from the start it was 0.30, 0.3 millimeters, and now it's 0.5, and it's grabbing a little, so it's perfect. The second ring was like really near the spec where it should be without even touching it, even a little bit over, so yeah, there's nothing to do about that, I guess. Here at the oil rings, the bottom and top one should be greater than 0.25 millimeter. They both check out, they both check good. So now I will install them. I will need to install this first, then those two, and after that the second and the top ring. All of the rings are installed with the N going upwards on both of them. Here you can see how you should place the gaps. So yeah, let's do the rest. Okay, I am done with all four. I marked each and every one of them, so I know the gaps remain the same when I installed it. Okay, all the parts arrived that I was missing, so let's start building the engine, the block. Installed the oil squirters. Now we need to tighten it with 14 Newton meters. I have installed my bearings. Underneath it has to be really clean, so no dirt get trapped inside and then mess up the clearances. So yeah, those are installed. Now let's put the crankshaft in without any lube, because for checking clearances with plastic gauge you don't need lube for the first time. Got the main studs installed. Now let's put the caps on with some plastic gauge and torque them down and measure them. Just like this, put it over the top where you're measuring, and this, make sure it's clean, and just put it over it. Just like this. Make sure it doesn't fall out. Okay, tapped it with a hammer and now it's in place, as you can see, and pull this full out of them. Now that every one of them is in place, we need some ARP thread lube, which will go here on the threads and on the underside of the of the bolts here at the underside of these ones and on the threads here. And now you just have to go from 20 to 40 and then to 60 foot-pounds on all of them in sequence, starting from in the middle, slowly 20 all of them. After that, again starting from the middle, go to 40 and then 60. Now that everything is torqued down, you just need to remove it and check with the plastic gauge if the clearance is acceptable. Took the first one out and this is how it looks. So as it is, I think it checks out as not the bigger one, but maybe this smaller one, which is 0.038 millimeters, which I think it's in the middle. So yeah, I will have to check. So the 0.038 millimeters is perfect for me. It's for a street and light track car, it's perfect. It's on the tighter side, but yeah, it will be just good. So let's check all of them. It should be close to this one. Okay, so all of them check out. They're all the same, so that's good. Let's clear them down, put some lube and put it right back together. All right, clean them up, installed some lube underneath and put back the thrust washers. So yeah, just have to clean these ones up and assemble everything back together. All right, got everything torn down the same way as before, and it spins perfectly fine and smooth, so it's perfect. I can just spin it with my hand. So that's good. Now let's install the rods with the pistons, check the same clearances here, and yeah. Okay, so here I use this ring compressor to compress the rings. Added the bearings. Here I installed that one already, and yeah, I can just insert it with the correct way. The smaller down there is the exhaust side. So install it, tap it with a hammer around, and then install the bolting. Same plastic gauge method on the top, and just torque it down and check. Okay, so for these ones the specs are 25 foot-pounds and 80 and 55 degrees. So yeah, let's do that now. So here they are. I took them out and let's measure them as well. Yeah, right around 0.050 millimeters, which is perfect for both of them. So that's good. I can now clean it and install it permanently. Added some assembly lube underneath them as well as on the top. Here the markings should line up, or the numbers, sorry, and just like that. Don't forget to put lube on the threads and on the underneath the bolt, and there they go. get them torqued, and yeah, good to go. Those two are already done, and it is spinning perfectly smooth, so that's perfect. Now let's install back the oil pump and slowly start to put the pan back on the oil pan. Just installed back the rear main seal with the oil pump as well, so I can install back that one, the pickup tube and the oil pan. Got a new gasket here. It's important to have a perfect seal here, not to suck in air from the oil pan instead of oil. So yeah, oil pan is back on. Didn't really film much, just applied a lot of silicone. There were like two rubber gasket here, like half one, and here half one. I applied on both sides silicone, and yeah, that's basically it. Mounted up the engine holders, engine brackets, and just currently flywheel and torquing down the bolts. Just waiting for my friend so I can hold it so we can torque it down. Okay, so I didn't film a lot yesterday. We hurried up with my friend to install the block back in place, but yeah, here are the progress so far. So the block is back. Install the oil filter, here the oil line, halfway the knock sensor, alternator, here the water pump, power steering bracket. This is just loose, and yeah, currently I'm installing the head. Just installed the washers with the head studs, and now I'm currently applying the lube and installing the nuts as well, and yeah, let's torque it down. Got all of them just by hand, so now let's do like 30 Newton meters and then all the way up to 65 foot-pounds, which is about 80 to 90 Newton meters. And final step with the big torque wrench, 90. Here you can see 90 or 65 foot-pounds. And the head is officially on. Just installed the valve cover temporarily, so no dirt is getting inside while I'm working on it still. So yeah, I should slowly start to assemble back the timing side. As you guys saw, the car is running and everything seems to be okay. Just one issue, as of course this has a crack, and yeah, oil is spitting out of it, so awesome. But other than that, it's mostly back together and it runs, which is the best part. Okay, fixed that leak yesterday and now the car is running. It's a little dusty everywhere. It was sitting for a long time. Everything seems okay, no overheating. Oil pressure is about 20 at hot idle, so that's good. If I rev it, it goes up, so perfect. Engine runs pretty good, and yeah, I can start the braking period, which is about 300 kilometers very light throttle. After that we have to change this I used braking oil. It's a special oil for seating the rings and everything. So yeah, that has to be changed after like 300-400 kilometers. Then you can use normal engine oil. I will use 10W40. So yeah, that's it guys. Didn't really film much when I assembled the intake, exhaust, turbo and that stuff, because yeah, this was mostly about the engine build. But yeah, got every little piece back, catch can, and yeah, got it washed also, so not as dusty as before. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and see you guys in the next one. Bye.